Welcome back to part 2 of the vlog, Las Vegas especially. Today we're trying Top Sushi and Oyster and Rolling Smoke Barbecue, and that's it basically. I didn't really film more after that. I mean, I don't want to film myself losing money, but I could tell the story at the end of how I lost some money. So yeah, please enjoy these food reviews. So yeah, keep going. So welcome to all you can eat sushi and oyster, Top Sushi and Oyster. Got the nice interior with the sacra here. So we got seated in our own booth type vibe, so it was kind of lit. And apparently there's 2 menu courses. So there's an A and B course. You went for the A because, I mean, these prices are pretty reasonable compared to the Bay Area. $30 for like some sushi and oysters, as well as like exclusive stuff they have on the menu. They got so much stuff. They got sushi burritos you can get while all you can eat it, but that's kind of dumb because one sushi burrito is probably gonna fill you up, so no one probably orders that. They got a lot of rolls and stuff, but I think the main point, my friend here with the roll, but the main point of all you can eat sushi though is the nigiri, as you can see here. Got some salmon belly, got some takoyaki, got some other stuff. Dude, this stuff was pretty fire though, I'm not gonna lie. Probably one of the best all-you-can-eat sushi places I ever been to. Here we are with the first bite of the night. I think I got some tuna nigiri. It was like seasoned. It was pretty good actually. I think I had wasabi on it because I usually eat nigiri with wasabi under the fish, so it was pretty solid. My reaction seems kind of troll, but dude, and here's me trying the takoyaki, trying to do a close-in shot. Dude, this takoyaki is pretty good, but not the best one I ever tried, but it was solid. Honestly, I don't really know all-you-can-eat places that actually like give you takoyaki, which is interesting because I know it's more like an appetizer in other places, and usually all you can eat, they don't do it because I think maybe it's a lot of work or something, but who knows. I think this is the salmon belly nigiri. This is exclusive. The salmon belly nigiri was like the only thing you can order once per person. It's very like dude, it's never tried salmon belly, but dude, that thing was so fatty and tender. It was amazing actually. Here we go. Just me struggling to add some sauce. Here's a bite. Bam. Look at that satisfied look on my face. I am. Yep, it was. So moving on. I think this is these like pokey nachos, yo. It was pretty good. It was like interesting because it's like fried wontons chips, and then in the middle, I don't remember what it was to be honest, but it had like crab salad and some fish. I think some poke. Maybe it was some tuna. I don't remember, but it was a burst of flavors though. It was interesting because there's no rice on it at all, so that's what made it really good. I think this was the kimchi pancake that they have as well. I mean, their menu was so big, and for $30 and you get this variety of a menu is kind of impressive, but obviously it's nice to have a big menu so you can choose from, but the goal of all you can eat, especially with sushi, is usually often nigiri. And it's been a while where I usually don't eat rolls. It's just me just eating nigiri constantly. Here's the salmon nigiri. This was pretty fire as well. Dude, their nigiri though was top notch. I'm not gonna lie. Service here though, it was decent. It wasn't the greatest service. Like, honestly, there was like a lot of people handing us food, but when it came to ordering food, there was just one guy taking our orders. And this place is called Top Sushi and Oyster for a reason. And here's the oysters. I don't even remember filming myself eating the oysters, but the oysters, I mean, you only get 2 for the whole time. So, I mean, it's nice that they give you oysters, but it wasn't too crazy, I would say. It was just oysters. It was slightly frozen. I guess it kind of makes sense though, but I mean, there weren't bad oysters. Once again, the nigiri was pretty good, and honestly, this place was pretty good for $30. They got a lot of menu variety. I think if you were gonna bring a family or bring a bunch of friends and stuff, anyone's palate is probably like would be satisfied. Honestly, this is a few places that actually do give dessert at the end. I got ice cream. You can only order dessert once, but I was watching. They had like this Korean toast thing, dude. That thing looks so good. Uh, I ended up getting it. I got chocolate ice cream because I was feeling kind of bad about how much I was eating. So yeah, I just got chocolate ice cream. But overall, I would give this place like an 8.5 out of 10, dude. I think it might be better than Sushi Damu. Sushi Damu had more unique rows, but this place just had like just fresher rows. Just quality of ingredients is better, and it was much cheaper. It's like, dude, $29.99, and the menu variety is bigger, and you got a lot more stuff. So that was pretty dope. Moving on, as you see here, we were gonna head towards the buffet. We were gonna go to the Win, at least to one buffet, but the only issue was that like, dude, I didn't want to wait at a buffet in the Win. Apparently, you have to reserve, which was kind of frustrating because we didn't really know that. So we got there and they're like, "Oh, we only reserve." So then we ended up going to Rolling Smoke Barbecue, which is cool because it's that place where Mikey Chen went, and it's $45 for all you can eat barbecue. Honestly, I don't know if that was worth, but it's worth to try the first time because you get to try out the whole menu basically. My friend here got the whole rack of ribs. Then for me, I got a plate. I got the beef rib. I got some toast. I got some brisket as well as burnt ends. My friend got the burger. So you can order as much food as you want. You could get the sandwiches as want you to. That burger you saw earlier. Here's my first bite with the burnt ends. Dude, this was like crazy good. But I could see why all you can eat is not worth it. Because I don't know, this stuff is way too fatty. I felt like I was gonna die today, but it was freaking good though. I think I'll just do this once, but next time if I ever gonna go here, I'll just order like just one meal, cause that and save like $30 or save $30, cause at the end of the day, you're not trying to ingest this much of food, and also it's just too fatty. I feel like my arteries are clogged after this. I would say though, it's a pay first, and then you get your food, and then once you're done with your rounds, you get to go up to the cash register and order more food. But it's a little frustrating though because the service here is very slow. I saw some altercations and stuff with customers, and people were complaining about like, "Yo, we waited for an hour for this." Honestly, I waited like basically an hour for my dessert. I only got in like basically 2 rounds. I mean, I got my money's worth, but at the end of the day, they have a lot of customers and they got to deal with a lot. So there's like a long line out of the door, and there's people waiting at front trying to order their next round. Like, I don't know what it is, but overall, I would say it's a 7 out of 10 because the food was really good, but the service just kind of, I don't know, the service is whatever. It was probably like a 2 out of 10 with the service. They were nice people. It was just that like the system they created was really inefficient. I finally is really inefficient, and I don't know. But the beef ribs, holy crud. This thing was like the fattest thing I ever ate in my life. Like, just look at this, dude. Holy crud. I actually took a bite first, too. I almost freaking died eating that, though. It was just full of fat, but it was so tender. Everything, like, food is so good. Food was probably 9 out of 10, but the service was 2 out of 10. That was I would say. It's, like, probably the best barbecue I've ever tried. And I've been to Texas, but I didn't even get Texas barbecue. But that might change my mind eventually in the future. So, yeah, that was pretty crazy. I got another round of food. I think I got their brisket dog. This thing was killer though, because they had like fried onions, brisket, and a hot dog. And like I said, dude, this type of food you can't eat a lot of. It's way too bad for you, honestly. The saltiness, sodium, the cholesterol levels, the total fat that I ingested that day, probably over like 200% my daily value or something. But honestly, when you're in Vegas, you gotta kind of indulge. And yeah, I don't, dude, it took so long to get dessert. I had to eat that like at the hotel. But yeah, that's it for this is a pretty short video though. But yeah, I'll tell you about what happened after and later that night. We ended up going to the strip, walking around, chilling. Did some gambling. You know, I came in the mindset to make my money back on this trip because I spent a lot of money on this trip. I think overall I spent around like $400. Yeah, about $400 for the whole trip. It's not too bad. That's including the hotel. That's also including all the food we ate, which isn't too crazy. But so I had $200 to gamble on, and I went in to the Venetian. We were walking down the strip. We walked away from our hotel to the Venetian. Basically, went to Venetian. I was like, dude, let's do roulette. I had this plan all along. 200 on black. Walk in, sat at the table with my friends. Only one of my friend bet. He also bet along with me 100 on black. So I bet 200 on black. Next thing you know, it was red, and then now I'm down 200. And then I almost got sucked in because I ended up spending another 100, and I ended up losing that too. So I'm down 300, and that's including and then after the trip is like 490. So then I ended up losing all my money. Walking, I walked over that. Oh my gosh, I lost 200. I tried to make some of my money back. I made like $50 back. And then we talked the other way down the strip to all the way to Excalibur, which is like down the strip more. It's by MGM. So it's on the opposite side of the strip. Walked in, almost made $100 back, got too greedy, and then I only made like $20 back. So
you're not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I ended up losing like $285. I wouldn't say I'm proud of that, but you know the trip was $400, so I ended up leaving Vegas with like a $685 loss. And yeah, so that was basically the end of my Vegas trip. Once again, like and subscribe and comment. What's your favorite part about Vegas? And tell me, give me some recommendations. I would love to know where else to go and where else to eat. So that'd be pretty dope as well. And next time for sure, I'll try out a buffet and hopefully make my money back.